I'd like you to listen to Paul's words to the church at Corinth. This is from 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 8 through 11. Paul writes, "We do not want you to be uninformed, brothers and sisters, about the troubles we experienced in the province of Asia. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired of life itself. Indeed, we felt we had received the sentence of death. But this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God who raises the dead. He has delivered us from such a deadly peril, and he will deliver us again. On him we have set our hope that he will continue to deliver us as you help us by your prayers. Then many will give thanks on our behalf for the gracious favor granted us in answer to the prayers of many." Have you ever felt like you were just in a pressure cooker? Like you were carrying a heavy burden? The pressure was so intense that you weren't even sure if you could hold up any longer. Paul felt that way, and he felt that way more than once. And here in 2 Corinthians, he is just open and upfront and honest about the hardships that he experienced in Asia. Now, we don't know what those hardships were specifically. It could have been any number of things, but we know they were pretty severe because they despaired even of life itself. It was beyond their ability to endure. Have you ever heard that saying, "Oh, life will not give you more than you can handle"? Well, that's one of those sayings that sounds good, but it just isn't true. Sometimes we will receive from life more than we can possibly endure by our own strength and power. And when that happened to Paul, here's how he responded. First of all, Paul recognized that he had been in this situation before. This wasn't his first rodeo, so to speak. He had been under pressure, carrying burdens, experiencing hardship in the past. And so he turned to the past and he recognized that each time when the pressure was on, God had delivered him. And he said, God has delivered us once, and God will deliver us again, and God will continue to deliver us. That's our hope, our belief, our conviction. So Paul recognized he had been there before, and God had come through. Second, Paul recognized that by himself he was just not that strong. He had to rely on God, not himself. Sometimes when we're undergoing hardship, we try to tough it out alone. We don't share it with anybody. We put up a front. We say, "Oh, I'm okay, I've got this." When in reality, we are about to collapse under the strain. Hey, we need to recognize when we undergo hardship, we're not strong enough to bear it on our own. And so we must turn to the God who is bigger than our burdens. The God who loves and cares for us and will deliver us just as God delivered Paul. But then third, Paul was not afraid or ashamed to seek the prayer support of trusted brothers and sisters. In fact, in a letter that's going to be read to the entire church, he says, God will deliver us as you help us by your prayers. And one day, many are going to give thanks for what God has done for us in response to the prayers of many people. When you are under pressure, or I am under pressure, it really behooves us not to try to handle the pressure by ourselves, but to find trusted brothers and sisters who can come alongside of us, listen to us, bear our burdens with us, and storm the gates of heaven on our behalf. Let's build those kinds of relationships in the body of Christ, recognizing that God is our great deliverer, but we're just not strong enough to live this life or bear our burdens alone. And so we must turn to God, and we must turn to one another. We're in this together. Let's have each other's back. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.